Good evening, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Mid-American Gardener. I'm your host and Master Gardener intern, Tinisha Shade-Spain, and today we're going to do things a little different. We've got lots of show and tells, some email questions to answer, so we're not going to be taking calls today, but don't worry, we've got our wonderful group of panelists here, and they've got a lot of things to show and tell you about today. So let's start with some introductions. We'll get them to tell you a little bit about what they do and what their specialty is, and Jim, we'll start with you.
I'm Jim Shuster. I'm a retired extension horticulturist and plant pathologist.
And my name is Martie Alagna. I'm a landscaper, usually just for private individuals, but I have done some commercial work. But it's more fun to make friends with my clients at their homes.
There you go. Okay.
And I'm Jim Appleby, an entomologist, retired entomologist with the Illinois Natural History Survey, so I deal with insects and mites attacking trees, shrubs, and flowers.
Wonderful. Okay, so they brought in a ton of stuff to show you today. So Jim, we'll start with you. What's your first item?
Okay, I have two I want to compare.
Okay.
Actually, I got a third one that I got to talk about, but I don't have a sample for.
Okay.
And that's algae, which looks like green paint on a tree. It does. And moss, which this is dried out and turned brown, but when it's fresh, it's green. And algae and moss both like moisture. And if you follow the old scout rule that moss grows only on the north side of the tree, you will get really lost, because moss grows on any side of the tree where it's wet enough. Okay? So, you know.
You jot that down.
And, yeah, I took this moss off the south side of a tree because there was a puddle there, and it was basically like a swamp. And it was doing very well in the sun because it was wet enough. Okay? And the third one I got is lichen. Now, years and years ago, when I was younger than you, we didn't have much lichen in Illinois because the air was polluted really bad. Oh. Lichen needs clean air. And the cleaner the air, the more kinds of lichens you'll find growing around. That's why if you go up to the top of the Rocky Mountains, for example, you'll see all kinds of lichens because it's really clean up there. But we started cleaning up the air in Illinois in the late 60s and the early 70s, and lichen started moving back in. Lichen doesn't care what side of the tree it grows on, top of a branch, under the branch, north side, east side, doesn't matter. It just, and by the way, it doesn't need a tree. It will grow on rock, in the brick wall of your house, and siding and everything else. It just needs a place to cling. And lichen is made up of fungi and algae.
Okay.
And depending on which fungi you have and how intermersed with the algae it is, it will depend on what color they are. Some of them are more green, some are white, some are yellow, some are multicolors. Some are like this little fuzzy growth. Some actually stick out like fingers because they're different kinds. So the more kind of lichen you can see in your neighborhood, the cleaner your neighborhood air is. Okay?
Interesting.
Neither the algae, the moss, and the lichen are not harmful to the tree. You can ignore it. You don't have to do a thing about it. However, moss and algae on the tree, if it's not a tree that likes water, may be in trouble because of the water, not the algae or the moss. Okay?
Now that wives' tale about moss only growing on the north, I believe that. I was today years old when I found out that that wasn't true.
Yeah.
That must have stuck for some reason, because
Well,
everybody, I've heard that my whole life.
The reason it got started is on the north side of the tree, it stays damp and wet longer than any other side.
Sure.
And so when a tree is kind of out in the open and the moisture in the ground dries up more, then it'll often be found on the north side of a tree. But in a wooded area or in areas where it's really swampy land, it's any side of the tree.
Interesting. Okay. We learned something new today. Yeah. I did, at least, for sure.
Indeed.
All right, Martie, what do you got?
I brought some tools.
All right.
This is my friend. This is a trowel made by the Soil Scoop Company. It says Soil Scoop right on here. I know I've brought it as a show and tell before, but it's just so good. When the first one of these I had a wooden handle. Still had the hole in it, so you could hang it up or you could put a leather thong in it or whatever you wanted to do. Now they've gone to the rubber grips. They have little finger grabbies. They do not come off. How many tools have you had that had a rubber grip at first, and it wasn't very long before it was all over the place. It shredded, it peeled off, it slid until finally, oh, really? Okay, my tools have to work pretty hard, and they live in the back of my truck. Sorry. So this is a stainless steel head on this trowel. When you put it in your hand, I'm left-handed, and you reach forward as if you were going to scoop some soil to you, it's ergonomic. It's just like the curve of your hand. There's little teeth on here. I don't know if you can see these. These are worn down quite a bit because I use these a lot. When they're sharp, when they're first new, I can saw a root as thick as my finger through with the teeth on this thing.
Wow.
Yes. They do not bend. Well, I have to have a little caveat there, actually. The tip of these is nice and pointy, and you can dig with it very easily, even if the ground is hard. Mine is bent a little because I use mine to set flagstone with. This is a great...
That just shows you how hard it works.
It is. It is. This is a great tool. I use it all the time for everything. You can weed with it. You can plant with it. You can set flagstone with it. Really heavy ones. So heavy it'll bend stainless steel. This is just, for me, this is the definitive trowel. There is no other. I've tried everything else, cheap and expensive on the market. These are awesome. They run between 15 and 20 bucks.
And that's not bad, honestly.
Oh, they are well worth the money. They don't rust. I'm telling you, this thing rides in the back of my truck, and I don't have a garage yet. So, you know, I mean, it looks like this all the time. I can, you know, it's just, the handle comes in different colors if you don't happen to care for watery blue. This just works perfectly. This is the best trowel I've ever found.
Now, can you get that locally, or did you have to order it online if
Oh,
folks are
no.
interested?
Local garden centers carry it.
Okay.
I know I'm not supposed to name them, but local garden centers carry it. I'm sure if you can't find them, you can find them online, but they're called Soil Scoop, and nothing else even looks like these. They're just awesome. And then I have this, in case my truck doesn't start, I can fly away on it. This is an adjustable leaf rake.
You better
I love
watch
this
it.
thing. Don't worry. Don't be such a chicken. Now see, like, okay, it's got a little, again, hangy hole, rubber handle on here. I've had a couple of these because I did wear it out.
He doesn't trust you a bit.
Don't be
I
afraid.
don't trust
Don't
you
be
at
afraid.
all,
Not
Marty.
Well, he's not, he's fine.
Oh, he's farther away.
He's got
way.
the 18 sticks, not just the one big one. Okay, there's a little, I broke this. Don't do like I did and break this off. But there's a little handle here. And when you release it, you can slide this down and make it, does that feel better?
Much better.
Wider,
that.
okay? Now this is a leaf type rake, okay? It's springy. It's not a hard, straight across rake like a garden rake, like you would use in soil. But you can make this narrow, and it's quite stiff, so you can use it as you would a garden rake. You can actually move soil with this if it's loose. You can also get between shrubs and a hedge with this. I mean, it's just really, really handy. You can make it be what you need it to be, and you put the handle back down, and it locks in place. So these also reasonably priced, 20 bucks or something. You can find them. They're just, I wouldn't be without one of these, really. And they store smaller since you can make them skinny. So when I put them in the back of the truck or in the garden shed, they don't snag every other thing in the back of the truck or the garden shed. Yeah. They don't get their tines bent because they don't snag everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've always got the cool gadgets.
Oh, you
But that's
gotta.
working smarter, not harder, right?
Oh, yeah. You're going to work hard enough the way it is. You might as well have tools that'll help you.
Awesome. Okay. And what are you going to show us?
Well, you know, as the seasons get cooler, a lot of people start thinking about decorating the interior of their homes with different branches of different trees, particularly the evergreen. I would suggest that you consider hollies as some of those plants that you might want to decorate the home with. They last a long time, and you can grow your own hollies. Now, I brought in some American holly that I grow. American holly, the leaves are pretty wide. They have these sharp little points on them. The problem in the Midwest is American holly just does not grow very well. A few people have some plants that are somewhat decent, but most of the time, American holly just does not grow well. If you go down to Washington, D.C., around the federal buildings, they have beautiful holly trees. Some of the trees are probably 30, 40 feet in height, but in this area, they don't do well. And the other thing with American holly is it's subject to an insect called the holly leaf miner, which is a fly that deposits its eggs in the leaves and then mines the leaves, and it makes them very undesirable. You would not want to use American holly leaves that are infested with the leaf miner for decorations. So it's not the best plant it's best not to plant American holly in the Midwest. The other holly that really does extremely well are hollies called meserve, M-E-S-E-R-V-E, meserve hollies. And this is one that's called blue princess. Now in the hollies, with America as well as the meserve, the sexes are different. So you have male plants and you have female plants. So all you need to have is just one male plant, and you can have 7 or 8 or 10 female plants, and that's not, that's what I generally have. I have one male plant and have about 10 female plants. The female plants will develop the beautiful red fruits. This particular year, I think we probably had an early frost, and I did not get any fruits on any of my hollies, unfortunate. But I really like the meserve holly. The leaves are much darker, darker green. They're glossy. They just are beautiful for decorations in the interiors. And another advantage is they're not subject to leaf miner damage. So if you got a place that's suitable, particularly on the north side of the house or east side, you might try planting meserve hollies. They do need acid soil, so if you can buy a fertilizer, particularly for azaleas, rhododendron, and holly. And so you might want to purchase some of that fertilizer and put that on in the spring. But they're really beautiful plants, and you have this beautiful foliage you can use in the interior.
I was singing Deck the Halls
Yeah.
while you were talking.
In your head.
The question is, how big a plant?
Oh, that's an important, yeah. These things can, it's a bush, the meserve
Okay.
hollies, and that's a good question, Jim. They get up maybe, mine are probably the highest is about 8 feet, but it's a bush, whereas American holly is a tree.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Very pretty. I like. You can definitely tell the difference in the
Oh,
gloss.
Very
yeah,
much.
yeah, these are really nice.
Very much.
Very pretty. Okay, Jim, we're back to you. We're going to talk about wind versus hail damage. Okay.
We've had some pretty strong winds in the
Yes,
past,
we have.
50-mile gusts and more. And it can do this kind of damage to young trees that are really have the bark just freshly forming in the spring especially. And what it does is the wind will twist the branches and tear the bark. And some of these have actually done a 180 to almost 270 twist. And the more it twists, the better it rips it. Okay? And then the hail is, depending on how big the hail is, depends on how big a wound you're going to get. But if it's hard enough and big enough, it's going to put a hole in the bark by smashing it, and then the tree will try and callus over, so you start getting these bumps. Now, some people think this is an insect problem or a disease problem, and if you look closely at this versus some of the insect feeding or a disease problem, they can be anywhere on the branch. Hail is basically top and sides only, and there's nothing along the very bottom because the hail's coming from the top. The insects will crawl around the bottom, the disease will come in from the bottom, things like that. If this really bothers you, you may have to do a lot of pruning, which can give you some results you're not going to want, or you may actually have to get rid of the whole tree because when it, depending on how big the hail gets, the bigger the holes you get.
That's true.
And and if you've been in some really bad hailstorms, you may lose some major sized branches with these things hitting, like baseball sized hail. So you do have to worry about that. But basically, you can't prevent these. All you can do is fix them after the fact. And like I say, some of the fixing may mean removal of the entire plant.
Now, when you were talking about pruning and not getting results that you might like,
Right.
What are those results?
Well, when you do too much pruning at one time, you get sucker shoots.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's not necessarily just shoots coming off where you prune. It may be shoots coming off the trunk, water sprouts coming off the base of the tree, sucker growth coming straight up through the tree off the branches. And those are totally undesirable. And a lot of people will see that happen on crab apples that were pruned a little hard. And once you get that started on a tree, they never want to stop. And so every year you're fighting this battle with these wild shoots of branches and,
Gotcha.
and that coming up through your tree, and it destroys the appearance of the tree. And also, if they come up, they rub.
Yeah.
That causes additional injury and more problems. So.
Gotcha. So is that the tree just reacting to being pruned so much,
Right.
just trying to survive?
Just putting
and
out some more growth, but if you do too much,
That's
Too much of a root system to the now made smaller top. And so it just feeds in all the what they call them adventitious buds. There are buds hidden under the bark on both branches and trunk. And that stimulation from all this food coming in says all of you should pop and grow. And all of a sudden you now have 20 and 30 shoots coming up where you don't want them.
yeah.
That's so fascinating
Yeah.
how they just react to what happens to them in the environment. So cool.
yeah.
So cool. Okay, back to you, Martie.
And would you like me to do another show and tell? Or
Yeah, let's talk about flower arrangements. Is that?
that's on the next show.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I have some other
okay.
I have some pointers about tool
Got
selection.
it. Let's do that.
I
then.
didn't bring everything out of the back of my truck today,
Oh, come on.
which is probably good. Typically, when I buy a shovel, I usually get a wooden handle one. Now, recently, I've broken a lot of wooden handles out of shovels. It's sad. I'll hear them crack and go, oh,
Another one bites
the
the
beginning
dust.
of the end, yeah. So I did buy a fiberglass handle shovel, but the truth is I don't like the way they feel. The balance isn't the same. They just don't feel the same. I prefer a wooden handled tool if I can get one. But when you buy a wooden handled tool, whether it's expensive or whether it's not so expensive, let's say more affordable, and I go through a lot of them. So I don't shell out $50 for a shovel because, again, rides in the back of my truck. And, so it's going to take some abuse. But when you look at the wood grain, look at the handle, I mean, first of all, try it in the store. I mean, you can't shovel in the floor. But see if it's the right height for you. See if it feels balanced in your hand. I'm a woman, so a smaller scale tool is just easier for me. It's more well balanced. It's easier for me to do. I'd rather take a few extra scoops than, strain my shoulder again. So, but just see how it feels in your hands first of all. And then if you choose a wooden handled tool, check the grain on the wood. Everybody knows what that is. Knots are pretty in paneling, but they're not your friend in a shovel handle. They're going to be a weak spot and they're going to crack. They'll be the first thing to break. Any variation, get the finest grain you can get. Make sure it's even on the wood. I mean, y'all know what grain looks like in wood. Just make sure it's as straight and uniform a grain as you can get, because any variation is going to be a trouble spot. So it's just a little tool tip there. Yeah, fiberglass doesn't do that, but again,
I like a wooden shovel handle as well.
It just
and
feels
we've had
different.
plastic ones and all different kinds, but there's just something about a wooden handle.
Yeah, they just feel better,
They
and they are somehow much more balanced or something. I don't know.
I agree.
I want the shovel head to be heavier than the handle because it's the working end, but gotta have enough.
Good. That's good things to know. People should know when they go out and shop. Like you said, I wouldn't have picked up a shovel and looked at the knot and thought, maybe this isn't a good one.
Yeah.
But that's good stuff to know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to you.
Well, at this time of year, I'm getting quite a few calls from homeowners saying, what in the world is wrong with my white pine? It's getting yellow needles.
Yeah.
This is a perfectly normal condition. The needles drop the old needles drop from white pines at this time of the year, so don't be concerned about that. And these drop needles under white pine make beautiful mulch. So if you have quite a few of them under the white pine, use them as a mulch for other plants, and they work out really well. So don't be concerned about yellow needles on your white pine.
So how often do they drop and switch needles?
They do
grow their
that
needles?
every fall.
Every
year.
fall.
Yeah, every
Because
fall.
we always think of them as being evergreens, but they do have to.
They do. And,
replenish.
Yeah, that's right. But they particularly noticeable in white pine because the yellow foliage and the dark green normal needles.
Now those are white pine only. So if you see yellowy needles on another evergreen that isn't necessarily a white pine,
Yeah, it
you
could
might
be an
wanna-
indication of some
that
problem
you've
with
got
Jim
an
would know about.
issue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Pass that one on
all
down.
pines will shed needles.
They
Yes.
do.
It's a matter of whether it's the second year, third year, or fourth year. And depending on the weather, they may shed them all at one time, which panics the people, which what happens with the white pine
Gotcha.
a lot.
Not
Or
looking good.
they shed, let's drop 2 today, let's drop 5 tomorrow, 1 the next day, and people don't notice that. Plus, the longer the needles stay on the tree, the deeper into the tree they're shedding, so the less. And the white pine that only sheds last year's needles is much more visible. So that's when it gets all the panic calls.
Yep,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
always.
Okay. All right, Jim. We're going to go back to you. We've got mold.
Yes, we have sooty mold and slime mold. And
Not to be
He
confused.
has collections of these people.
Yeah.
He collects this stuff.
and they're black.
Get it?
And sooty mold is a fungus that grows on bug poop. So
He points to Jim. Bug poop.
it's Jim's insects that do it. No, it is the sucking insects that produce honeydew. And that's a sticky liquid type sap, and sooty mold grows on that. And that can be on, if enough sap is on your car will start turning black. It can be on the sidewalk, on the lawn, under another plant underneath. In this case, I have a magnolia that had magnolia scale, which is a really big scale that produces a lot of honeydew, especially in the fall, and made the leaves turn black. And so it is anytime you have a scale or an aphid problem that's producing honeydew, you may get sooty mold. And the problem is, it doesn't like to come off. You may kill the insects, and that's how you control the sooty mold. Kill the sucking insects, and then they stop producing the honeydew that the mold grows on. But once it's already started and it dies in place because there's no more sap, it's like a permanent stain. It takes a major scrubbing to get the darn thing off your car and that. Now the slime mold is an organism that grows on rotting vegetation, like your mulch. And this happens to be on a pine branch, their needles, who happen to be touching the mulch. And the slime mold, you don't normally see it when it's just growing. What you tend to see is when it starts to make the fruiting bodies. And then some of them are white, some are gray, some are black. Some actually look like vomit. Some look
no.
like animal feces. Okay? And this one happened to just be black. And it got on the needles of this branch, and it caused the needles to die from lack of sunlight.
Gotcha.
Because it totally blocked it off.
Yep.
Right.
But when it's on your mulch, and the reason it got kind of a slimy name to it, is as it begins to break down, it gets slimy looking. And people who have slid in it,
Oh
and
no.
fallen in it,
I take it you have.
well, no, I've had calls on kids playing with it.
Oh
The
no.
parent can't get the slime coloration out of the clothes.
Oh no.
So,
That's
I mean,
fun.
like I say, it can cause some problem. But basically, if it bothers you, you can scrape that part of the mulch out and replace it. You can stir it all up to help mix it in. I think it looks pretty neat. Hey, there's that plain looking mulch. Now it's colorful.
Like
That's
vomit.
one way to look at
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, the one that you really want to worry about is the sooty mold, which says you have a sucking insect problem.
Gotcha.
And it has to be a fairly serious insect problem to get that much city mold.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you see anything that looks like that at your place, you need to call Jim.
Yeah.
Find
Or
Jim.
that Jim.
Well, yeah. Find a Jim. There you go.
Do you love botany? Okay.
All right. Just real quick before we go, we've got about a minute left. Just wanted to let you know you can always call and leave us a voicemail on the Mid-American Gardener voicemail number. That is area code 217-300-8224. Or you can drop us a line, send us an email at yourgarden@gmail.com. So we've got about a minute left. Any tips for folks on winterizing? What about your tools? Do you do anything special to your tools while you're not working in the winter?
You should clean them off and then do a little bit of oil on them. Any kind of oil is fine. And just get them out of the weather, not like me. A little linseed oil on the handle on the wood would be nice. That would be helpful. Or wax.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching and joining us this week. We will see you next week for another episode of Mid-American Gardener. Good night.